there's a good chance there's a setting for that he has
Because
on it.
Discord's clearly open because we see him and he's playing Destiny.
Okay, I'm sending him a message through Steam. Is that allowed?
Yeah, that's allowed. Go ahead. Like he's gonna answer a text.
Well, we gotta kill him.
Shucks, he's dead.
Just straight up get your ass in D&D.
Oh my god. You mean the same situation? That, like, no, you know what? I'm gonna get. Oh my god, there he is!
How's it going?
I messaged you, Jay texted you, and then it's Zeka who messaged you through Steam that finally got your attention.
No,
I voted we kill you.
First.
Oh, well, okay then. Well, then get your happy ass in the fucking foundry.
Fucking give me a minute. I am a little busy.
Oh, yeah.
It is nearly a quarter after, young man. No. Well, it's
Dark, I know
7:13,
you ain't
but
fucking
close enough.
talking.
I was here early.
Yeah, this time.
I was the first one in the fucking VC.
Yeah, because I'm constantly suffering from horrible internet.
Yeah, she like crashed out pretty hard earlier.
Mhm.
And I've just been like, let's go! Let's go! I've been so excited for the past while. Yeah, it's sad because we haven't been able to do D&D.
Where's the link,
Huh?
guys?
It's in the same channel it's always been in.
DnDino links or
Years.
Oh, there it is.
So Ennard and Devoid will not be here. I don't know where the fuck Kel is. I assume he's asleep.
Whoa, that's weird.
Are you enjoying yourself,
Might lose
Zeka?
Jay to the mines.
I forgot you could see my cursor. I'm just, ooh. Just bigger waves. Infinity signs, yo.
We're playing Boundary. It's gonna get animated when we're talking out of character. We're just gonna be these little wisps above, like, on shoulders of characters.
Ah, yes, Legends of Adventress.
Yo, that's actually was actually what I was thinking of doing. Like, is have the characters pause, and then all of a sudden, a little wisp pops out. Like, hey.
I thought about doing the roll table. I don't know what it's called. The roll table that they use that they have to roll on sometimes, and they get like curses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or like, for every time Mace laughs, he takes like 5 points of damage or some shit. I really should get a hold of that table.
They probably have a link to it in their link tree on their pages or something.
Probably. I'll find it later.
Someday.
Okay. It is 6:16. Last we left off, y'all had just rocked the you rocked shit and got rocked by a demon. Wait, I open the notes. I open the notes, and the first thing I see is, anyway, bye, Rocco. No idea who said it, but alright. You guys dealt with. I love how. Oh my god.
It might have been me, but
that
you know.
That probably was you, if I'm gonna take a guess.
Oh well, too bad. Bye, Rocco. Your perfectly normal reaction.
I'm still rather jarred. I think I had a feeling it was gonna be a strong battle, but like, bruh, second battle in.
Anyway,
I
that's not the
managed
point.
that.
Y'all know what happened last time. Some of you nearly died, but you didn't. So congratulations for that.
You survived another day in this hellhole.
I think Nit was the only one that actually went down.
Some of the party went to go party with the locals after the celebration. Huh? I'm just gonna keep going. I have no idea what's going on. But some of you went and partied. Some of you didn't, went straight to fucking bed. I don't blame you.
Nit growing up with Attica, they're just both on the bed sleeping. Just both. Nope.
Well, here's the thing. As some of you have been sleeping for a while.
Oh yay.
Ursula.
Oh god. I might not be able to do the accent this session. My throat was sore this morning.
Don't
when I
worry
woke up.
about it.
Don't worry about it. I gave up on doing this accent.
You've been
Sorry.
sleeping for quite a while, and you eventually find yourself in a world you can barely understand.
Oh god.
Everything is not looking how it should. There's like, fuck, I keep forgetting how to describe this. The Owl House, like, portal dimension. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't, because I've never watched
God.
The Owl House.
Fuck. Alright. I pulled it up once. I'll pull it up again.
You cannot stream it because I cannot watch it.
I know.
That will fuck me.
I'm looking for the.
Ow.
Oh, can I scroll up and find it? Maybe. I can't find the game. Okay, never mind. Jay, if
Well.
you can find a picture of that, possibly, that'd be greatly appreciated. But find yourself in this strange place, and you actually find that you're like underneath a walkway. You're upside down, yet you're not falling. You're just stuck to the pathway, upside down. What do you do?
Oh. Did I get drunk last night? What happened?
As you speak out loud to yourself, it echoes far into the distance and bounces back at you, echoing more before fizzling out.
No, don't like that, so I'm going to cease speaking aloud.
Yes,
Let's
Jay.
see. Oh no.
It's something similar to that, yes. DnDino Mike. After a moment, the world begins to shift, and you go from being upside down to right side up as it flips.
Everybody a
And
freaky dream. No.
and as it does that, you see this dark, inkish sort of thing kind of come up and then go back down. It doesn't come up all the way, but you do see its back. And it's this inky, wet, gooey mass, and it's just gone. If you were to look over the edge, there's nothing there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that. I may be white, but like, I'm not that kind of white.
You're not cave diver white.
Yeah, I'm not spelunking white. Even though I am a fish pirate.
Wait, then you should
Sometimes the
react that
land
way.
is more
Get in
bizarre
there.
than the sea, so
Get in there. You
no,
are that
thank
kind
you.
of white.
Anyway.
Can we kick Sega? No. Let's see. I look around. What am I seeing, Jazz? What am I capable of seeing?
You see all sorts of pathways that don't seem to make any sense. They go straight up, horizontal, diagonally. They're upside down. There's like staircases that are upside down. You see these little bubbles that are like going up. Some are coming down, but you don't know where to. And you can see reflections, but you can't quite make out what the reflections are. And then suddenly you hear a familiar voice. What is going on? And you see Sentos step out from behind you, kind of like, and he's holding onto your arm, kind of looking around nervously.
Oh, good. You're here too.
I don't exactly know how, and I don't know where here is.
Well, I'd assume technically you're bound to me in some capacity, and no, I don't have any idea where the fuck we are either, so.
Last I remember, you went to bed. Oh.
Was that a pause? What just happened?
Yes, that was an actual just oh.
Oh, good. So it is a freaky dream.
Do you remember slapping Jason, or was it what? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Jason. It was Tenson.
I'm pretty sure at some point I slapped Jason too, but yes.
Yeah, but you slapped the
Yeah.
Do you remember also what they told us?
Not particularly, I admit.
I think we are where they were.
Oh. Well. She just stands there. Yeah, she just stands there, smacks her hands against her thighs. Well. Alright, aren't we? Who knows? Maybe it'll be different. Thunder crashes in the distance. No.
As you say that, Dark.
Yeah.
As you say that, Ursula. Sorry.
Close enough.
You see the world around you change again, but as the pathways shift again, you swear you see somebody on one of the pathways. Do you go after
Who am
them?
I seeing?
You're not sure. You gotta get closer.
I'm gonna get close enough just to be able to make out who I'm seeing. No matter who it is, I'm going to turn the other direction once I find out.
Okay. You follow the pathway along, and Ventus is right behind you. And he's kind of locked his arm with yours, nervously looking around. And
escorting
as
an
you
old
follow,
man through our nightmare dimension.
As you follow the pathways continue to shift. And eventually you do see that figure again. And this figure looks like another clan of Terra, like Fentos.
I squint my eyes. I nudge Thendos. Seeing that too?
Uh-huh.
Or are you just blindly following me around? Okay, good, you see it. Any familiarity here?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I've been drunk enough times on soft thieves to know better than to pursue the things that you see in your dreams.
Especially not here, where that thing possibly is.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna steer him around, and we're just gonna fucking walk back in the other direction. It's gonna...
As you turn back around,
Yep.
there's the figure staring at you. She's got a shorter
I
crest
immediately just
than
turned back
Prentice,
around.
and she's there again.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna turn my eyes down to the ground. She's just directly beneath me. Her face is sticking out of the floor. No.
Sentos doesn't break eye contact. And then she addresses you. Well, now, it's been some time since I've seen others here. How did you get here? Are you lost?
You know, normally we don't talk to strangers. That usually doesn't end well.
I can understand your hesitance. This place can be rather confusing.
I can't put up with it.
Disorienting. I have no idea what that was about.
I don't know, Keck just
I don't know.
joined and then left.
Yeah. Heard me do my awful accent, left immediately.
Fuck, where was I?
Anyway.
Completely disoriented me.
Sudden
This
outside
place-
source. Everyone has forgotten where we were.
I understand your hesitance. This place can be very disorienting.
Putting it fucking lightly, don't you think?
I've been here for some time, so I've gotten used to it by now.
Right. I can't imagine how do I say this without being mean? I can't imagine what it's like to be stuck in a fucking nightmare dimension like this.
Oh,
And
it's
I'd
not-
much rather leave as soon as possible. Me and my friend here.
That is understandable. If you're truly not of this plane, like I am now, then you may be able to find your way back through one of the reflections, and she points to the bubbles that are going up and down.
She just blinks super slow. Okay, I said I wanted to go to bed, but not like this.
Bed?
There we go. Yeah, fucking sleep.
You came here through sleep?
Apparently I'm not the first.
How very strange.
A lot of outside noises.
Where were you before you slept?
In a hotel.
She gives you a deadpan look.
I was gonna finish that sentence. Yeah, I was literally going to say in a bed in a hotel. I couldn't remember what village the name of the village we were in was called, but like it's a in a mini horn village.
You say that in character?
Huh?
You say that in character?
Yes.
A mini horn village? Oh, so the mini horn have finally settled down, have they? Yeah, I was just as surprised as you are. Well, the many horn reflection should be this way, and she walks past you, going the direction that you originally came from.
They would follow after at a safe distance, because like obviously we're not going to be able to leave this lady.
Okay. As you follow her from a safe distance, she does not turn back to you, as if expecting you to follow her. And then just leans over to you and speaks quietly and goes, I don't know what's going on. If that thing is the only thing that was in here, then how is she here?
Maybe she's a separate entity.
Maybe.
Did you hear me?
How come? Yeah, I heard you. Maybe, but how come the others didn't mention her?
Because dreams have two sides. Regular dreams, often they don't make sense, or whatever nightmares are left over from the remains of the day.
Do you think we might be in a place where that thing isn't?
No. No, I don't.
I keep expecting you to just show up. That's a habit of doing that.
As far as I know of, as far as I could tell, she might already know that we're here.
Oh, that's not
But we
a
haven't
happy
drawn enough
thought.
of her attention to make it a problem. Oh no.
How do we know she's just not like stalking us from somewhere? And he kind of looks around, and
Oh, it
you
is.
can very clearly see that there's no place to hide. Not even for that thing.
This is an animal that knows when its prey has entered in a place it can get to. I've seen a few of these types of creatures. Desperation, hunger, drives them to follow from the ends of the earth.
I wouldn't call this thing an animal.
No, but she's about as ravenous as one.
Maybe more so. Eventually, the figure in front of you stops. And she goes, and she points to a reflection of where you can see yourself asleep in your bed. She goes, I believe that's you.
I examine the image, looking for anything that might be out of place, something that doesn't look right.
As you examine the image more closely, you see in the back that is something that is very clearly a puffed up mitt.
With Attica.
And there's nothing wrong with the image that I'm seeing.
Do you want to roll me a perception check?
Fuck it, we ball. We're gonna do this at normal?
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. Damn. Listen, it didn't even. You know what's funny?
It didn't
on my
even
screen,
roll.
It doesn't roll. It just.
It just thunked.
It was like
You know what? When the dice doesn't actually roll, that's absolute bullshit. I'm rolling again. Fuck that.
No. Take your nat one.
I will take a nat 1 when the dice actually fucking rolls and doesn't just drop down like a fucking rock.
It's okay. That's your first nat 1 for the nat 1 rule.
This is not the first roll of this session.
It is.
Well, I guess that states how that's gonna go the rest of the session. Anyway, as far as you can tell, that looks pretty much like you. The room looks pretty much like it. You have no reason to think otherwise.
Nothing's wrong here. Nothing's wrong here. I look at Thentos. Do you see anything out of the ordinary or no?
It looks correct to me.
What am I talking about? Just listening to a guy who's got eyes on the sides of his head.
Hey!
God, Ursula can't help but be racist even in front of him.
Listen, it's not my fault he looks goofy.
The only time I've heard Ursula be racist to Nick is when she first met Nick.
Sentes gets really pouty and crosses his arms.
Oh, don't be a baby. Have you ever needed to wear glasses in your life?
No.
Maybe you should consider it.
Why are you being mean to me? What did I do?
Okay, all jokes aside.
What prompted this?
Listen, I really just needed a reason to be more Jack Sparrow-esque. Tell me this is not shit that he would have said.
The figure just stares at the two of you like, do I really want to talk to these people? Anyway, she reaches out and she draws her hand back, and the reflection comes towards you. You should just be able to walk into it.
I don't trust this, but obviously my perception is not very good today. Do we trust it? Flip a coin.
You got a choice.
Well, we could just stay in a coma. But that wouldn't be very fun.
Okay, look. Either we walk through that, or we wait until someone realizes that we're still asleep. But if we wait here, that might give it more incentive to come after us.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I guess we proceed to walk through this portal. This fucking headset's
You
a little
and
tight.
Fentos go and walk through the portal. And then
Oh no, we're in hell suddenly.
And then you find yourself waking up in your bed. It is morning. All
Take a little while
right.
to just stare at the ceiling, yeah.
As you do that, Knit, you're just beginning to wake up, and Attica is still curled up in your arms.
Go back to sleep.
After all the bullshit that happened yesterday, I do not blame you.
Yeah. So like, ear twitch. No.
No thanks.
Do you say that out loud? Just no.
Yeah. Just, no.
Ursula, you see Knit, like out of your peripherals, Knit's ear twitch, and she goes, no.
I turn my head ever so slowly just to stare at her.
Eyes still closed, curled up with Attica, not giving a fuck.
I'm getting the fuck out of this bed.
Do you get up out of the bed, Ursula?
Yes.
You get up out of the bed. What are you doing?
No, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I need to go for a walk.
All right, you
I
head
need
out
some
of the
fucking.
room.
I need some fucking rum.
Okay.
Mama needs a drink.
2 shots of vodka. Anyway, you head downstairs, and you're getting ready to pass by the dining area. But you do smell the familiar smell of alcohol.
Oh, sweet merciful heavens.
I assume you go into the dining hall.
Yeah, I make my way over to the source of the smell. Where the fuck is that rum?
Well,
Give me the
you're
bottle.
doing that, and you're going to look for it. Attica very slowly stirs, and she stretches out her limbs, doing a big stretch before letting her limbs kind of curl back onto her chest. And she slowly opens her eyes, and she goes,
And it just gently curls the little dinosaur closer and says, "No, go back to sleep. Come on. I'm tired."
She starts giggling sleepily. She's like, "But the sun's away."
after what we went through, the sun can wait.
Can I at least check on the egg?
Oh yeah, we have that. I forgot. Oops.
Isn't it right on the nightstand? It says yawning.
The egg is gone.
Attica sits up a little bit and she starts pushing your floof down so she can see.
She's just fucking swimming through the fluff, yeah.
It deflates a little bit to make it easier.
Army
You
crawling through the
deflate
tall grass,
and-
yeah.
Attica takes a look at the egg that's sitting in like cloth. Looks a little cold. And she reaches over and she picks up the egg before bringing it into the floof.
And the egg begins boiling.
It doesn't run that high.
And she curls back up and stays with you a little bit longer. Blake! You slowly stir and you find some of your other party members. You can randomly guess who in the room with you. Still asleep. What do you do? All right, you get up, you head out of your room, head downstairs, and you're immediately flooded with the smells of breakfast. And alcohol, surprisingly, or what you think is surprisingly. And and you head into the dining area and you see Ursula, who's purveying the liquor.
How fucking strong is your jungle juice?
Jungle juice is just a combination of alcohol, right?
Probably. Depends on what place you go to.
I have no idea what jungle juice actually is. I've heard of it, I just don't know what it is.
It's generally a combination of like, sweet juice and whatever type of alcohol is available, maybe.
Alright.
Talking to the cat, yeah.
Brandy's
Same thing.
I'm talking to the child.
Yes, the cat watches
Giving your cat Cocomelon, yeah.
God, don't give Attica Cocomelon. She might be even more feral if you do. Anyway, do you try to like say good morning to her, or
She just grumbles back a reply. It's not even words.
Fentus
Yeah.
appears and goes, "Good morning, Blake."
Good morning, Blake. Cannot be fucking seen. No.
The many horn in front of you goes, "What?"
He's talking to me.
All right.
Obviously, nobody else knows, as far as I remember.
Yep. He looks to you, Blake, and he goes, "What can I get problems.
You, what do you want?
you?"
Sorry, one of my cats just jumped in.
He shrugs and starts plating like an assorted meat. There's like some kind of ham, like a glazed ham. There's
What are you doing?
A like braised chicken. You can smell like the orange juice almost.
No, I just smell cigarette smoke.
What the fuck did she think I said?
Fry the gray stuff. It's delicious.
How did you get gray from braised?
The damn.
Anyway, it gives you like some.
The fact that it's almost 8 o'clock and it's
some
still
cold
light outside.
meats. Oh yeah. Probably won't be.
Do you
dark
want
until
food, Storm?
9 o'clock.
Is that why you're in here?
But and then he hands the plate to you.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. No.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was saying. I was gonna have him go, "Who's Jesus Christ?"
I don't know who that is, but okay. Storm, if the balloons
You're
are freaking you
hungry.
out, just leave. Okay, there he goes. It's the
You
hunger brain, yeah.
Go and head out and sit at a empty table. I'm sure Ursula will join you in a minute.
Yeah, probably.
And she gets a rum.
Jason,
Eh.
you slowly stir in the morning, very exhausted from the night before, and you see your like coma teammates also like.
Why did I think you were going to say that he has a comb over for some reason?
Yeah.
He wakes up with a comb over. Rip and piss, buddy.
Yeah, like a drunk VDOT did that or something. I don't know. You wake up and you see your teammates that are practically in a coma because of the night before. Especially VDOT, who is like spread out on his bed, blankets strewn everywhere. And what do you decide to do?
Jason shall.
Oh, you
First,
know
he will
what?
inspect his.
I was about to remind you that your fucking gun is broken again.
He will inspect the musket to see why it kept failing.
All right. You need to roll anything for that? I don't remember.
Hold on. Second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to make a successful Tinker's Tools check.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
There it is. Did it work? There it is.
There we go.
I gotta beat a 9.
My dog smells like cinnamon for some reason.
Okay.
Now I roll a 20.
Wow, a 1 and a 20.
Why does the session hate lesbians? This session just hates lesbian fish. I don't understand.
This is some interesting development here.
See, he finally got to use his joke
Brian.
and everything.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Jason will continue to inspect it to try and see what the fault was last night.
Okay.
The who's-a-ma-what's it was touching against the thingamajig when it was supposed to be closer to the what's-it-called.
I then proceed to smack Ursula over the head with the butt of the rifle.
I am not even in the same room as you, so good luck, fuckboy.
Anyway, he'll just continue to inspect it to see why it failed.
God, I just remembered the fact that the Force was like a running joke in Red's campaign.
That was my campaign.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I think fuck, who started it? I'm pretty sure it was Reaps.
It was either Rapture. It was either Rapture or Dragon, I think.
I think it was Reaper.
I don't know.
Who started that pretty
yes,
early
Reaper
on before
Overwatch. No.
Anyway, funny enough, that is where that name
Jumping
comes
off a
from.
cliff.
Anyway,
I'm not surprised.
I assume you're staying in your room to tinker on it.
Yes.
Okay. Jack, you find yourself waking up in the room, but you see Jason is up, but nobody else is. Blake is gone. What do you do? Okay, you get up and go to breakfast. The many horn sees you approach and goes, "What can I get you?" Okay, he gives you
Just fuck me up, fam.
he gives you an assortment of fresh fruits and sends you on your way to the table. Urs, you're welcome. And Ursula,
I have grabbed 5 different bottles of liquor and I have made my way over to the table with Blake.
Jesus, okay. I'll let you guys talk to each other.
After the night I've had, I need.
Respond. Sorry, so I could just message me back on Steam.
Damn. Listen,
Go ahead.
we all have our vices. And after the night I've had, yeah. Maybe. What the fuck?
Sentos appears
Okay, that was weird.
next to Blake. Yeah, especially the morning we've had. You know how we had the slap Tenson and Jason like 2 days ago? Yeah, we
Slap
found
her
where they
around the
were.
world.
We also met a weird woman there. Yeah, no kidding.
She was just another bird. Literally.
And then for some reason, Ursula decided to bully me about my eyes.
Listen, after the random bullshit that we went through yesterday, and then waking up in whatever the fuck kind of nightmare realm that we did, I did not feel like being nice.
But I didn't do anything.
It was either that, or I was unconditionally mean to whatever the hell that woman was in that fucking nightmare realm.
Or you could just not have done it at all, but okay.
Listen, you're dead. You don't understand how fucking exhausted I am right now.
Wow! You said, like, you think I don't remember, like, the old days when I was fighting? Yeah, I do know how exhausted you are. Doesn't mean you get to be a dick.
You've said nothing yet. I just crack open a bottle.
Chug it.
Actually, now that I think about it, I stand from the table. I'm gonna go grab some orange juice too. Bitch, I'm making mimosas.
Then just watches you go, and he looks to Blake and Jack, and he goes, "My eyes aren't too far apart, and I don't need glasses." Thank you. God, I have to draw that now. Just a crying Fentos about being made fun of his eyes.
Listen, it's not my fault that the gods designed him like that. The gods being you.
You're gonna say that to Thentos, but you'd probably also say it to VDOT.
It depends on the kind of night I've had and what kind of fucking dream that I've ended up in.
You're just gonna bully Thentos every time you end up in that place? And Thentos just like,
Oh no, it's not gonna just be him. It depends on who... After that, it's gonna depend on who I see after I wake up. None of you are safe. Except for maybe Attica. I think the closest thing to being mean to Attica would be like, you're very small for your age. And she'll just look up at me with her big eyes.
Yes. Try and mess with the person who has vicious mockery.
Yeah, essentially. Hey, I've been called worse.
And you're saying that to a kid with vicious mockery. A kid.
That's just
they have no filter.
Yeah, that's literally just most kids.
I was gonna say, Ursula hasn't said anything super bad to Knit yet. I realized.
Yet. Oh, we'll get there.
Okay.
It's been me.
I've been on a boat with you two for 3 months. So we'll get there.
It's been
Knit just
specifically
was like
targeted at me this whole
completely
time.
honest, avoided.
All right. Zeka, can you see if your headset's charged yet?
Oh, it's on.
Yes, save Jazz for whatever this is.
Am I too loud?
Yes, I'm turning you down.
I am sorry.
You're fine.
You sound fine to me. I think it's just the input from Jazz's end.
No,
I had her at like 89.
Like right at 7, my headset finished charging, so I put it on.
I think you're still on your other mic.
There we go.
What?
Because I haven't noticed your mic's changing over. But anyway,
No. I'm still on my headset.
Well, I'll turn you down. Knit. It's been about 10 minutes since you last woke up.
Right, I forgot
And
groan.
Yeah, you feel your stomach rumble, and Attica feels hers rumble too. And she sits up and she goes, "We need to go to breakfast."
You know the face that Paolumu makes?
You're
like
gonna
the that's what Knit does. He doesn't want to move.
Attica giggles a little and she goes, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna have to walk downstairs alone." And she hops off the bed.
Knit sits up, reaches for her monocle.
Jerk's awake. Oh, fuck.
It's more like a, okay, I'm up. Don't want to be, but I'm here.
She turns to you and she's wagging her tail a little and she goes, "Up, up, gotta get up, 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 gotta get up."
And grabs her monocle and pops the monocle on and hops to her feet, past the little hairdresser on her head. Let's go. Holds out her hand.
Yay! She takes her hand and goes to pull her out the door and downstairs.
Just a childish pulling.
Once you guys make your way downstairs, you do see Jason, Jack, Blake, and Ursula, who's just coming back with orange juice.
Yeah.
It's kind of just letting Attica pull her along at the moment. Just like trying to fully wake up.
Attica's like very happily humming as she pulls the sleepy Knit along, and she does catch the eye of some of the patrons who kind of quietly laugh. And the Manyhorn raises an eyebrow down at the two of you and goes, "What can I get you?"
Big yawn from Knit. Can I have 3 raw eggs and some cider?
He reaches over and nudges a smaller mini horn to go get raw eggs. And he pours you a cup of cider before looking down at Attica. And you? All sorts of fruit, please. And he nods. And plates her an assortment of fruit before handing her the plate. And she goes, "Thank you." And he just chuckles as she goes to the table. The smaller mini horn comes back and gives you the 3 raw eggs.
Nit, thank you kindly. Grabs her clear glass of cider and goes and sits next to Attica. Proceeds to take a huge gulp of the cider, wince, and sigh, and be like, okay, I'm up now. Nit doesn't really like alcohol, but it's a good way to, like, smack her away.
Attica has, like, kind of scooched away from you and kind of shook her head as she makes a face. She's like, I don't understand why adults like the smell of that.
To be fair, I really don't. Just feel
She
like I need it after what we went through yesterday.
She points to Ursula. Well, she must, because that's a lot.
Oh, everything's can be improved with orange juice. Don't worry.
Yeah, and it's fucking.
She looks at the orange juice that you have, Ursula, back up at you, then to the liquor, the orange juice, the liquor, then back up at you and goes, I think you're gonna need more orange juice.
You know, maybe. But unfortunately, I was told that I couldn't come back up until after I finished off this orange juice, so.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. And she looks around at the rest of the table and she goes, huh, I guess the others aren't coming down yet.
Can't really blame them.
Well, retro.
Well, they're going to stay up there for this session.
One of the eggs.
They're going to stay up there for this session.
Yeah, they're just going to sleep all day because those ones, or
and they just stay here and do some shopping.
Stayed out
They stayed
that
up
night,
on
so
so it's fair.
Attica kind of kicks her feet as she eats through her fruit, and she looks to Ventos and she goes, "Oh, you're here this morning. What's wrong?" And Ventos just looks to her and then motions to Ursula.
Just like
he's sharing brain space with Ursula. It's fine.
And then she goes, "Oh, I get it."
Damn, nobody here likes lesbians, I see.
Those lesbians been talking shit to me the entire time we're here, so.
You deserve it.
Fuck you.
This just tired. She's just like, nah, I don't want to be here. I'm hungry, but like, but I have to go to the bookstore. I want to do stuff, but don't want to be off.
Yes.
Attica looks
Adult.
to Jason and goes, "Did you finally fix your stupid gun?"
Am I even downstairs?
No filter. I keep forgetting no filter.
I would assume he's downstairs by now because it's been like 10 minutes.
I guess I'll head downstairs with my rifle, and I'll say hi to everyone. Hello, how is everyone?
Ventos just gives a look to him and just looks down.
Ursula gives
He's had a very bad morning.
They've had the same kind of day. Unfortunately, he happened to get hit in the crossfire, so.
Oh.
I didn't even need to be in the crossfire.
I didn't say that out loud. That's my bad. But regardless.
Yeah, but it's Stentos. I'm pretty sure Stentos can fucking.
No, I mean,
tell
I
what
didn't
you
say that in character.
Alright, never mind then.
Damn.
Well, in any case, I'm going to head to the fields to test my weapon.
Did you fix your stupid gun?
I am none sure certain.
He
I'll
just
be
slowly
taking-
turns his head to look at Attica every time she says that.
I'll be taking a few practice shots out in the field to see if it is fixed or not.
Well, please don't blow off your hands like you almost did last night.
He just looks at his skeleton fingers.
My hands
Okay,
have
they
no
can't
flesh.
help but slightly choke on her egg. Like, that's blunt as hell.
My hands are fleshless, so there's not much risk.
You can still destroy bone.
And it can be replaced.
Got plenty of bone to choose from.
Replace? Huh?
At the cemetery.
And it just looks at Jason too, like, replaced, excuse me.
You think I've never lost a finger before?
Ursula just overhears all of this and she snorts into her orange juice. And this is information to all of you, I see. No.
His face trying to imagine that. Like, what?
Well,
Like,
don't lose
huh?
those
No.
ones. There aren't enough humans here.
I will be careful, little one. And Jason begins to walk to the exit.
Alright.
Don't worry about where I'm going to get more bones.
I need 7 pristine human fingers, but you can't ask any questions. Only if you also don't ask any questions. Oh fuck.
At the end of the day,
Sorry.
bones is bones.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah, he's just gonna have fucking Tyrannosaur arm at one point. You have Tyrannosaur
Either that or
fingers
we
on
know-
his
we
hand.
the bone
I
into a
am the bone
bone.
sculptor, so
I am the bone
You're
man.
gonna sculpt your hands, alright. So, as he heads out, as he heads out of the inn, Jason, you see that Shattered Frill is busier than ever. And you can see that it might be a little dangerous to probably head out on your own out of fear that you might get trampled.
Because you are one of the smallest beings here.
well, I still need to test the gun.
Don't. Hey, no.
Uh-oh.
What?
I heard our hobo for a second there. God.
Y'all literally putting words in my fucking mouth. Jesus
No,
Christ.
that's just automatically what I thought of because I'm thinking Rapture for half a second. Rapture would say some shit like that and fully mean it. Anyway.
Bro says, I have a plan.
I will air out this whole chat room.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. Jason thinks for a moment. Trying to come up with a way to get to the fields without being run over.
Obviously, the answer is just to scale the rooftops. Like a normal person.
He looks through the crowd to see if he can find any sort of transportation system or something like that. Like a fucking... You know what I'm talking about, like those carts people drag others in.
Okay, can you roll me a
Wagon?
perception check, please?
A wagon, that's the fucking word. Yes, I will roll a perception check.
Third roll of the session. What the
Okay.
fuck?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Bro. Again.
1-20-20.
How come
1-20-20.
how come Sega's dice are actually rolling and mine just drop like rocks?
Fine now.
I'm now keeping
No, it's
track
just
of the
gonna be me.
rolls. I'm now keeping track of the rolls.
I'm now doing my job. No, I'm joking.
God, what the fuck is this shit?
Well,
Okay, well, you spot, you do indeed spot a cart for, smaller creatures to use
Hello
to
there.
be pulled along, but it's on the other side of the street.
Jason kind of he thinks for a moment. He's like, I can make it across.
Okay.
Nah, I'd win.
Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
What a
No,
fucking
wait.
behave.
Athletics.
Athletics?
Mhm.
Okay. $11.
If it was gonna be a 20 again, I'd lose my fucking mind and leave.
You got 3 fucking nat 20s.
Don't even think
I
about
would
it. I see
leave.
you getting ready to jump. You're not coming over here.
You go to push through the crowd, and you do end up getting pushed around quite a bit.
No.
Even getting poked a little by horns as people try to rush by, but you do make it out across. So a little more disheveled than you would like to be.
Jason straightens his clothes a little bit and then approaches the cart. Excuse me, could I pay you for a ride to the northern fields?
There's a person ducked down on the other side, and they slowly lift their head up, and it's a Titanier. To the lower fields, you said.
Yes.
She raises her head and looks out across the crowd. Yeah, I think I can do that. Hop on in.
Jason nods his head and says, "Thank you." He steps into the car, placing his bag and rifle next to him.
She puts on the harness and latches herself in before beginning to pull you along, using her very long neck to see over the crowd and make her way through safely. And the Manyhorn seem to just casually go around her. She makes her way through. And eventually you find yourself at the entrance or exit into the lower fields. And she turns her head around to you and she holds out her hand and she goes, "That'll be 5 gold."
Jason reaches into his pouch and places the 5 gold in the. What'd you say she was?
Titanier.
The Titanier's hand. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, kindly. And she turns and she goes to find more business, leaving you at the exit out into the lower fields.
Jason begins to step out towards the lower field, surveying for a good straight stretch to test the rifle.
There are plenty of good stretches, but as you go to find the perfect one, we're going to cut back over to the other group. Attica has finished eating, and she goes, "Well, the others are going to sleep in today. We could probably just have fun." So, what do we want to
Sorry, I'm
do? Where
fighting
do
a
we
cat.
want to
Hold on.
go? What do we want to find?
I'm sorry.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Bozo.
Yes, you do.
You really should. We have another NP character.
Finally. For the
Yeah, I
recording,
feel
I
that.
wanted to be known. We were interrupted by the Warframe channel by Fluffy just absolutely shouting to the skies, I forgot to buy Prime Steady Hands! Fuck!
Yeah. And sometimes Barrow has got good shit.
I don't know why you'd want Prime Steady Hands. It doesn't seem that useful.
I think it's more for aesthetic reasons. I don't know. I don't think I bought it. I don't remember.
Alright, back to the session at hand. Attica's asking what y'all want to do today, since it's basically a day off.
Nit has
Sure,
just
I know
finished
what we want to do
piping the
today.
cider and proceeds to take out her pipe while thinking of what she wants to do. She kind of wants to go back to bed. But she knows she has to keep an eye on Attica, so it's like, I have to adult. In a way. As she sets her pipe and a
Ew.
nice floral scent from her smoke comes out.
Oh, my cousin's home.
Attica
I
looks
think.
around at
They
all
could
of
just be the
you,
neighbors.
and she goes, well, we could... And she pauses.
There's a
Oh,
bizarre smell
you know
emanating from the
what?
kitchen.
I know what we can go do. We can go to the Merchants Guild and find out who those stupid idiots are going to sell those eggs to.
Who they were going to sell the eggs to?
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. I'm down for
Because,
that.
What, are we going to go interrogate them?
well, not interrogate them per se, she said as she picks up the
Can we
bag.
just get them to release their information with the use of our fists?
And she sets the bag on the table and uncovers the egg. She goes, I think we can lure them out. No self-respecting merchant guild member is going to want to sell eggs if they've been illegally taken, I guess would be the word. So, if we can show this egg around and look for any nervous faces, we might be able to find who they're gonna sell these eggs to.
Yes, but isn't it dangerous to carry an egg? Like, isn't it not recommended? Unless it's like, Nit holds up the food egg she has in her hand.
She gives you a look and she goes, if you think for a minute that I'd let anything happen to this egg, I will bite off their fingers.
And it just, her jaw drops open and it's like, that's not what I meant.
Oh, what do you mean?
The innkeeper before told
We're
us
just
not
slowly
to go around
uncovering that.
showing that we have an egg, other than a food egg. Gesturing to the egg in her hand again.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Man, I really wanted to commit crimes today.
That's what it sounds like, not gonna lie.
So the pot that you...
Jazzy muted.
Oh shit. Hello there.
It's probably talking to somebody.
Okay.
A cat has entered the room. I should preface, the cat has entered my room. And he's just gonna keep doing this until I feed him. So alright, come on, Stormy. This is a grown man, but he meows like that.
As you're all trying to decide what you're going to do, a young Fluven comes in, and he's kind of dressed a bit like a postman. And he goes over, and he holds a letter out to one of you and goes, "Got a letter for you." It's for the whole group.
That's not suspicious.
Did we even name our group?
You could roll for it.
I'm
Whoever
not in my
rolls the
chair right now,
highest
give me a
will
minute.
take the letter.
Whoever rolls the highest is the official leader of the group.
All right. You take the letter. And as you open it, the little courier says, "You've been cordially invited to Lady Lakusai's estate for a evening in. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Gotta go." And he runs off.
What the fuck does that mean?
Lakusai? Isn't that Tensen's last name?
So Tensen's
Oh,
what?
are we
Everybody just
gonna meet
looks
his
at him.
mama? He's not
Or
even
his
down
wife.
here. He's still upset. He's still
Yeah,
upstairs
we
asleep.
just look upstairs.
It shrugs. Guess
You're
that's what
crunching? No,
we're
you
doing
don't. I
today.
have crackers.
Hold on. Repeat yourselves, but not all at once. I couldn't hear what any of you said.
I said. If you hear crunching, no, you don't. I just have crackers.
So I hear crunching. Got it.
And it just shrugs. Guess that's what we're going to do today.
Oh, hi,
We're
Opal.
gonna go meet Tensen's mama.
Or his wife. And it shrugs.
Attica slowly looks at you and goes, "You think he's married?"
You never know. It's not good to judge a book by its
I'm
cover.
going to double down. I'm going to double down. This man looks like he would ever get married to a woman. What makes you think that that guy is attracted to women? Why did I become Australian?
Why did you become Australian?
When I animate
I
this,
become
I'm gonna
heterophobic. I have to become Australian, I guess.
I'm gonna have the little wisp turn different colors, like the flag itself, where your accent comes from.
Fucking. So,
Yeah,
I guess
what makes you think that this man is attracted to women?
And it shrugs. You never know.
I guess
Not
I'm
good
just
to judge a book by
Australian
its
now.
cover.
The first we were Welsh, then we were Irish. Suddenly I'm Australian. None of
His
these
accent
accents
was
are correct.
somewhat Indian.
That's just
I
gonna
know,
be a
I-
running gag. You're gonna change your fucking accent every session.
Eventually I'm going to have an American accent, yeah. At one point I'm gonna
Okay.
become Russian or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Well,
Ursula's just been a bunch of
you-
changelings this entire time.
you've all been invited to the Tensen estate. I assume you're gonna want to go find Jason before you do that. All right. Well, you all get up and decide to go find Jason.
And it stands up, pats Attica on the head. Come on. We might as well find bone hands.
Attica covers the egg and puts it on before getting up. She goes, "Oh, shoot, did he even say where he was going?"
If I had to guess, probably a field.
There's a lot
Can't
of
exactly
fields.
test. Yeah, it would have to be close by.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll find out. Okay, hang on.
Worst case scenario, I can fly up and spot him.
True. Take a 10-minute break, guys.
I'm gonna grab a snack. I'll be back.
I already has snack. I'm eating apple.
We gotta do something with this giant bag of cat food at some point. I'm not gonna do anything right now, but still. Shit. Okay, who suggested that it was gonna be Tenzин's wife?
Me. You never know. Not to mention Tenzin's like over 100 years old at this point, so like if his mom's still alive, I'm kind of concerned. And again, Knit just doesn't judge your book by its cover. And usually when Knit says wife, she means life partner. It doesn't matter the gender of the person.
Although, you know, now that I'm reading it, it could be the same thing, but I'm not gonna go too deep into that joke. Oh,
I love how you made it sound like Knit was excited, or his wife. But it's like, no, it was just like, or his wife. Like, it could be his wife too, like, same last name. It doesn't have to necessarily mean mom. It could also
desperate
mean
for this man to
sister.
have some kind of normal life.
Thinking about it, it could also mean sister. So it's a like, eh? Yeah, just me and Dark talking about it out of context.
What makes you think that this guy is straight? No. I mean, I did technically say that, but I digress.
I love how just me and Attica think she has a normal life, whereas Ursula's like, nah, he can't.
Ain't no fucking way.
Nah, he can't
Look at
have
this
a normal
man.
life.
Look at what he's
There.
dressed as.
He's dressed as a mercenary. Mercenaries can have normal lives.
This man is not married. This man got no hose.
I mean, I'm
Everyone
pretty
gets
sure
bullied
he did.
today.
He's like the oldest one of the group too,
Yeah,
so he
really.
probably did at some point.
Yeah, but it's funnier to think that he didn't.
Poor bastard virgin at over 100.
Damn. Couldn't be me. Ah, shit. As we wait, I will just play Merge Dragons because I'm
Bold
an
of you
adult.
to assume they even think like that.
Nah. Oh god, someone's messaging me. Oh no. Rudy, what have you done? Oh, just bought a new plushie. Another one for the collection, I see.
Always, oh, the plushies.
How?
I just realized you never asked what Jack was doing.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
It's
I did.
fine.
Yeah?
He did the exact same thing Blake did.
Oh, okay. My
Hello there.
brain is thinking, sorry.
Cat water.
You're fine.
Admittedly, we got 20 centimeters of snow today, so I'm like high on painkiller.
Oh well. In an hour. No, we're just gonna do that. Why is this ad about dogs sitting at a table? And it's about quitting nicotine. What the hell?
What? Girl, I don't get ads nowadays. They make no sense.
Yeah, thankfully this isn't like the same level of degenerate as YouTube ads.
Hmm.
It's just poorly cropped porn.
Yep.
Everybody hates YouTube.
Only reason I watch YouTube is because I like watching people play games. I'm sorry if you can hear me crunching on my apple.
You're fine.
I keep seeing my mic light up like every time I chew, so I'm like, I hope that's it.
There we go. Alright, what's next? You.
So we're waiting on Sega now, yeah?
I think so.
Oh, don't you touch that. Oh.
Ooh.
Can't believe he's fucking dead. Oh. No!
I'm back.
Damn it.
Welcome back.
Hello.
There he is.
I have popcorn.
Mm,
You don't get any?
No, what have I done?
it's okay if it's not burnt. I don't want
I might make a sandwich later, but for now, I have crackers. It would just be like turkey, lettuce, mayonnaise, cheese. Yeah, that's about right.
Tragic.
All right, let's try this again.
Jesus.
There we go.
Hmm?
Oh,
I don't know. We did.
everyone just keeps dying.
It's true.
What's happening? And the dogs are barking at my mom.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She just went to the store.
Mhm.
Mm.
She went to go commit violence on this person for taking her parking space.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we're on the same page.
Well, those
The
breaks
fuck
gonna last a
knuckles
little
is this?
longer till she gets back.
I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. I'm so glad I can do that now. The new headset has a microphone that can just to mute it can be like pushed upwards and into the headset. Ugh. It sounds like a normal Discord thing. Oh, that sneezing hurt my head. No! Fuck. I would like a soda.
She better, if she wants the session to continue. You better tell her she better get her ass back up here soon.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah. Yeah. Ours at one point, the ice cream machine was down for so long that they literally took the option of getting ice cream off the app. Which was the biggest load of bullshit I've ever seen from this store in particular. It's also unsurprising. McDonald's just sucks. But it's also incredibly convenient most of the time. That doesn't mean it's good. But you know. Oh,
Is she back?
Seems like it.
excuse me. Basically.
That's a tough question.
The war. Could have been me, could have been Sega. That's roughly the same time. Okay.
Jesus Christ, that was a while ago.
Oh yeah, Sega's popcorn.
Really good popcorn too.
I'm pretty sure nothing I'm pretty sure nothing has happened since Sega said he got his sandwich. Not sandwich, his popcorn.
Popcorn. Well, nothing's happened in the session since the popcorn thing.
Yeah. Oakley dokley. I promise I'm not Ned Flanders. Even though I just say shit like this.
Well, I'm gonna preheat the oven, I guess.
And I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'd kill for a pizza, honestly. I'll be back.
I got the short. Alright. Someone else BRB.
Don't you talk bad to that sweet child.
They'll eventually stop being sweet angel and start being, alright, you little shit. Just keep cutting out of meows. Alright then.
Uh-oh. That's a fucky wucky right there. When
hear.
isn't she having an issue? Bit odd.
I don't know how to help. Can I do a roll call, please?
Alive.
Alive.
Zeka. Okay.
Alive.
Dark's the one who's missing.
Now all we need is Dark.
Yep.
Dark. Seems as though Dark is dead.
She went to get something or do something real quick. Kel's not even home. He went to see the Minecraft movie.
That motherfucker. Permission to stone Kel the next time I see him.
Philza said he didn't really. If Philza didn't enjoy it, then like.
I could look at it and tell you it wasn't going to be good because they literally put no effort into it.
Mm-hmm. What the hell is Dark?
Dark is dead. she never existed to begin with.
She's a figment of her imagination.
Exactly.
Hello, sorry about that wait.
There she is.
Yeah.
All right.
My bad.
So you've all set out of the inn. Well, actually, before that, Attica very quickly runs up the stairs and leaves a note for the others in case they wake up
Aw.
about where they've gone.
Where am
And
I?
she left it
There we go.
on Tenson's face.
If
Just
Makes
like
sense.
he misses it, it's his own fault.
I forgot
And
Texas has no horn, but I was gonna say she pokes it onto his nose horn.
yeah, he's got a boss, so she just sticks it there and then runs back downstairs. And after she rejoins you all go to head out of the inn, and just like with Jason, you are met with a torrent of people. Oh, busy today.
After yesterday, I'm not surprised.
Everyone must be so happy to be able to go out and about without worry of that never seen.
Mm.
I'd imagine. Oh, wait, I'm not there. Never mind.
Wait, I'm
Lamau.
not.
It just pops into existence. Oh wait, I'm not here. It disappears.
No, I'm speaking to you in your mind. Don't react.
Don't react.
No. Jazz, don't give in to that.
I'm not. I know what she's referencing though. It's Rossi talking to Torbeck about cookies.
No. You've already had 7.
But this one's got extra frosting on it. Okay. Anyway,
It takes Attica's hand. As we proceed to leave.
the torrent of people does not seem to be slowing down or getting any thinner.
He just decides to pick up Attica so she doesn't get trampled.
Ada just kind of blinks a few times and she goes, you could just puff out your neck. It gives space.
Fair. His knit puffs out her neck and extends her wings a bit for like everybody else to get under.
All right, Jack, Ursula, Blake, you all move under its wings so you can continue to look for Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So that nobody gets trampled.
All right,
Sorry,
you
I
all
got
go
crackers in
under
my mouth.
you all get under her wings and you push into the crowd of people, making your way through. So, considering the many different sizes of many-horn and Pluven, it's kind of hard to find a human in a many-horn stack.
Shall we head to the outside of the village and make a lap around?
You can most
Maybe
certainly
we'll be able to
try.
see. I was mainly asking the other people, like, is that what we should try, or do you guys want to like go stand at the side while I fly up and find him?
Oh, hello. There we go.
Just so we're clear, she's asking the party that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
something popped up on my computer screen and I have to fix that shit. There we go. Okay, what was the question?
It's like, should we go to the outside of the village and make a lap around? Or should I tuck you guys against a wall somewhere and fly up and find Jason?
Well, he's not going to be in the village if he's needing to test his gun after he's repaired it.
That's why I was saying we don't know which field he went to because everywhere around the village is a field. So we could make
could split
our
up.
way to one of the entrances and just walk around outside of the village till we see him. There we go. That's what we're doing.
All right.
I can't tell if Sega is speaking on occasion or if his mic is just lighting up for no reason.
I have
Same.
not said a thing.
Okay.
All right. You go and find your way to
To the
one
closest
of
exit.
to the closest exit out of Shattered Grove. And the closest exit is
Just
actually
picturing
the
a little road
initial way
behind it.
where you came in. So now you gotta decide: are you going to the west side or the east side first?
And it just looks at the other side. Where do you want to go?
We could just split up.
To be fair, splitting up would mean we would be meeting back up on the north side. So that would kind of work. Let's do that. Nit
Which way
says,
are you guys
looking at
going?
Annika. We decided to split and meet back up on the north side. So, like, one of us will find him.
All right. So who's going with who?
Nit's going wherever Attica's going. Call me Nit.
All right. Blake, Nit, Attica, you're going one way. Jack and Ursula are going the other.
Oh boy. What the fuck?
Attica decides to start marching east.
Nit follows. Nit follows the little dinosaur. She has deflated her neck at this point because they are all safe.
Mm-hmm.
So do we
And
roll
dark.
perception to see if we can start finding him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Jesus.
Okay.
Sorry, that second dice just got like yeeted it down to the.
I'm waiting for Jack and Ursula to roll.
No, they're going the other way.
Which my yeah.
Oh, right.
Plus I have to close out my actual sheet because it's not letting me mouse over anything.
Yes.
Okay, there it goes. Amazing. Okay.
Just Ursula ain't having anything to say apparently.
Literally, she's had
So-
the worst day so far.
Oh no. Attica rolled a 3.
Attica
Damn.
rolled 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing net rolled pretty high.
So Ursula, Attica don't see shit.
And it's also partially listening for the gunshots.
Blake,
I should
Jack,
get glasses too.
you keep thinking that you're seeing him, but it just turns out to be Pluben. Knit. You raise your neck up pretty high and kind of scan the fields, and you see a short, kind of disheveled person holding something moving out into the lower fields on the east side.
Holy shit, we've spotted Percival DeRollo.
Just to be sure, Knit stands up further with her tail.
Resnit.
Resnet. Those comments. Resnet.
Well, that's one for out of context.
Yeah.
You know regrets?
Yeah, act like y'all haven't made a fucking typo before. I dare you.
None of us said we were.
I have dyslexia. So I do it all the time. I know that.
Ain't got
Yeah,
fucking
thanks.
make fun of me.
Sure, we do. That's exactly why we make fun of
Go
Like,
fuck yourself.
you.
Jazz just turns into a robot for me. That's great.
Nothing new there. As you stand up more on your toes, you can definitely go, yep, that's Jason. And he's just stepped into the field and he's stopped.
Yeah, that's our white boy.
Speaking of
there
Jason,
he is.
you finally made your way into an open field with nobody in it and no pasture creatures around.
Jason lifts his rifle
Okay,
up
so fun.
and looks and takes aim at a rock protruding from the ground to
Okay.
fire at.
Do you need to roll for that?
I'm assuming so, like an attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it works. Okay, at least it wasn't one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a rock, so.
Well, it's a rock.
You shoot it, and it's got a little bit of a kick, but it hits the rock, and the bullet or the ammo ricochets off of it and goes somewhere into the fucking distance.
Okay, then. Looks to be working. Hopefully I've worked out the kinks.
Knit has grabbed Attica and Blake and it's slowly
Let him
walking
have his
towards
king.
Jason. It's like she sees the firearm, so she's like, I don't want to get shot.
Are you gonna test it again?
I probably should. Yeah, let's take another shot.
That was almost a
Damn.
1 on my end.
No, it was for me
Jesus.
too. I almost had a heart
Yeah.
attack.
You fire it again. Same thing happens, except with a little bit more kick.
Alright.
Bro somehow built smoothbore.
Alright. Seems to be working. Jason then turns around and begins to head back to town.
At
As
which
you
point Nick
do,
calls
you
out
see, yeah, you hear Nick calling out to you, and you see the big fucking giant purple, giant purple Lumiling.
Her fur is more like green because she looks like a lunar moth.
All right,
Jason will begin to make his way to Knit.
as you
At which
do,
point he sees the
Attica.
boob.
As you do, Attica kind of jogs up to catch up to you, and she goes, "We've been invited to go see Tenson's mama."
Oh, really?
Or his sister, or his wife. It says as she walks up to the both of you.
It's zero context. He's just staring at them. What the fuck did you just say to me?
I think it's his mama.
Well, I guess we'll have
It's
to see.
someone related to him. That's all I know.
And now we gotta go find her, so I'm Jack.
Well, we said we'd meet up on the north side.
That is true.
Then let us be off.
And she just goes bolting off to the north.
Pew.
It goes and trots after her.
Yes, her child speed.
Child energy.
If Nit really wanted to move, she could move because she can go to 4 legs and book it. She's just
After
one of
about
those
like
body types.
10-15 minutes, you all meet back up on the north side. And Attica throws her arms up. She goes, "We found Jason!"
Oh, that's one good thing that's happened today. Oh god, there we go.
Just one good thing. But what's your drinking of booze not a good thing?
And as you all join up back together, you hear a very deep bleating type sound.
Net's ears twitch in direction as she looked where it came from.
As you all turn to look, you see a very hard-headed looking dinosaur. It's about the same size, if not a little bit bigger than Attica, but it's got these large spines or large horns coming up from the back of its skull, but it's got a smooth, hard dome on top of its head.
So we talking Packy here, right? Or giant. Raycon,
Oh, it's worse. Okay.
Oh no. We're talking about its angrier cousin.
No fun.
And you hear Attica go, "Oh, that's a Stygimoloch. We might want to back up slowly."
If Nit were to puff out to scare the thing, would I just charge her?
Well, find out.
Oh god. And it's gonna get us killed. Or at least
I mean,
bruised severely.
Well,
speak
it's
with
around
animals.
Attica's size, so worst case scenario, Nit can just like body the thing.
She just picks it up in her strong hand.
Yeah, might as well. Pretty much.
I have speak with animals. I can talk to it.
As you all stand there trying to decide
Oh
what
boy.
you're going to do, it drags its foot along the ground, and it drags the other one. It shakes its head before it goes charging right at Jason.
Which one?
Jason,
Nit
either
gets in front.
acrobatics or a dexterity saving throw.
Would Nit be able to get in on that too to be like the bone boy?
I'm gonna say no.
Boy.
Saving throw, fuck it. 15.
Hey.
You dodge out of the way, and the Stygimoloch goes ramming right into a fence post, snapping it in half as he stumbles back.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And begin to speak to it. What? Why did you attack me?
I'm questioning things now. I don't like that laugh, Jeffy.
Why'd I attack you? Why'd I attack you? You're in my fields and you're asking me why I attacked you. Oh, the bloody freaking manners on this one. Yeah, no, I don't want you here. Be gone. And he smacks his head on the ground and looks at you.
We were leaving. We were
Good, leave faster.
Through. What has your anger?
Testosterone.
What I'm trying to say is
It
why
has gently moved Attica behind her because this thing still seems bad. And it's like
Kinda-
slowly pushing away.
He bleeds kind of angry as he slowly starts stalking towards Jason. I may not be able to see you very well, but you don't belong in my fields. Go on, get! Or I'll smash your legs in.
Listen, we are of no threat to you. We are simply passing through. I am while I'm saying this.
He's just walking backwards, yeah.
He's slowly following after you, trying to like make sure that you're actually leaving. He's like, yeah, that's right. Keep backing up. Keep backing up if you want to keep your shins.
I wish Nick could hear this. She would be giggling the fuck. Because, like, this thing's small to her. So it's all like, you're cute.
This anger seems to have come long before I entered your fields.
I have right to be angry. You're in my fields.
We are. But what has you angry before we arrived? Because this feels a bit like an overcorrection.
These are my fields. I guard these fields. I don't recognize you, nor your scent. You don't belong here. And so what do? I do as I've always done, and I'll break your legs if you don't leave. These are my fields.
We are still all backing up and just, like, Knit has kind of turned her back on Jason and is just, like, nudging Attica into town, basically. Because, like, he's the one talking to the thing. If he hates something that offends it, it's his problem.
I understand. These are your fields. But we are also guests of this town.
You aren't guests of my fields.
Just leave it at that and let's go.
And he... After a moment, you hear a Menihorn call out. He goes, "Hey!" And the Stygimoloch raises its head up and looks. Just leave the poor bastards alone and get back to your job. And he kind of rumbles and turns away to go back to guarding the fields. And the Menihorn calls up to you. Sorry about that. It's a wild Stygimoloch. Been around these parts for as long as I can remember.
Seems rather angry.
Oh, that's a Stygimoloch for you. Any kind of cephalosaur will be doing that. That's why they make good guards.
Perhaps. Jason stands up straight and just dusts himself off from the roll he had to do before getting impaled.
You're guessing this town, you ain't a guess in my field.
My fields.
I can't believe we walked into the house of what is essentially dinosaur fuzzy lumpkins.
Oh. So Knit has repuffed out and spread her wings so they can make their way through town again for the smaller folk in our party.
As you are about to do that, Attica goes, "Oh, we almost forgot. Or at least I hope we didn't forget. We're supposed to go to the estate, and it's not going to be in town."
We should have asked for directions then. Wait, wouldn't it be kind of
Ruh-roh.
near
There we go.
where
Oh, that thing.
Aegis is places? Because that was like the more rich people area.
Well, Aegis's estate is, of course, going to be in the middle of Shattered Frill. He's a chosen. But usually, the other estates will be outside of town because they own their own fields.
We should probably ask for directions then.
Maybe that Manyhorn knows.
Ned proceeds to head over to the Manyhorn to ask directions. Excuse me, Sheriff.
Manyhorn. Go ahead.
Would you happen to know where the Lakusai estate is?
Lakusa estate? He kind of thinks for a moment and then he looks off more to the north. It's gonna
Haven't
be
heard
up
that
in the
name in
higher
years.
fields. Though you're gonna have to get past that Stygimoloch. A word of advice: Stygimolochs don't see very well, so they kind of run at anything that moves or that they can smell that they don't recognize.
I'm sure there's a way to work past them.
You're the one who can talk with animals.
Good luck with that one. That Stygimoloch's got a harder head than the strongest stone around here.
Yeah.
Do they respond
You know,
to hierarchy?
I believe it.
What did you say, Zeka?
Do they respond to hierarchy?
Are you saying that's the Manyhorn?
Yeah.
Ha! No. Well, unless it's another Stygimoloch, but he's the only one around here.
I've met stubborn animals before. I may have an idea.
I don't think you've met a Stygimoloch, but if you want to try it, go right on ahead. I just hope you're ready to lose your shins.
Do I have heal wounds as an active spell? I do not. Damn it. Okay. We'll figure it out. All right. Jason begins to head back to the field.
I smack Jason.
Knit sighs as she follows Jason with Attica close behind her.
I'll have my
Attica-
healing potions ready.
Knit's making sure Attica's not going to get squashed, basically. Worst case scenario, Knit will wrestle the thing to the ground.
All right.
And just say, like, we only want to get by. Let us get by and we'll leave you alone. Basically.
All right.
So, what do I need to do?
Welcome back, Jay.
Welcome back.
Well, if you're wanting to tame him, oh, where is it? There we go. Maybe small or medium. God, am I gonna have to re-look up I just did this earlier and I can't fucking remember.
What are you?
You hate to see it.
Digimon size.
4.6 feet.
For D&D or actual size?
That's actual size. If we're translating that to D&D, that would make him medium.
Okay, yeah, I do see that. 4.6 feet. So, medium. So, in order to make this stem, the player must have the appropriate food in an appropriate volume to feed, and they must make a contested animal handling versus survival check against the creature.
So I have to make an animal handling check.
Mm-hmm.
I have really good animal handling.
Nah, this is my boy.
No. Oh, okay.
I mean, my animal handling is pretty mid. My survival, however, is better than it. So there's that.
Each success by the player increases the taming score of the creature by 1. Each failure, the player drops the score by 1 to a minimum of 0. And the creature makes a single attack at disadvantage of the player attempting to tame it. When that score exceeds the creature's proficiency bonus, or CR, the animal is considered tame and is loyal to the player who tamed it. Alright, so you need either 5 pounds of fresh food or berries, or 15 pounds of leaves, and you are in an abundant fields.
Jason will begin scavenging for berries and the such.
Okay, can you make a survival check for me, please?
Certainly.
No.
I'm gonna fucking crash out.
Welcome to my world, buddy.
I will let you re-roll that.
Thank you. Okay, much better.
That was almost another one.
19 immediately after. Boundary is not happy with you today.
Fuck did I do?
So you spot what seems to be a decent, like, lineup of berry bushes, all full of berries.
Jason begins to pick them and places
Are they
them-
poisonous? Will they kill this creature if we feed them to it?
I would say no.
Okay, good. Just want to throw that out there.
Jason begins to pick them and places them into his bag of holding.
Okay.
Hi,
You
Opal.
pick
You scared the shit out of me.
until you get about 5 pounds of the berries.
Okay.
I would also like to. I also need to state for the record, you can only attempt to do this once per day.
I think
So
I
if you
got this.
fail,
That's gonna have to wrestle the thing.
all
I
right,
have faith in myself.
you go to try and encounter.
Negotiate.
Give me a second. I'll check some stuff.
Opal.
Can it like just pick up Attica and start flying like out of the thing's reach slightly? And whoever else wants to get a ride can step on our tail or ask for one.
Girl, what is you doing?
I don't want the child to get hurt. I don't really want
Wow,
Jason to get
there
hurt
are-
either, but he's digging his own grave here.
Wow, there are no pachycephalosaurs in this book. God damn.
Ruh-roh.
It's okay. I'll roll with it.
We'll just make it up as we go, yeah.
Like, not even pachycephalosaurus in this book. And that's like the
The top
Alright, as you continue making your way through, you do encounter this Digimoloch again, and you assume he sees you because he faces you, and he bleats kind of angrily, shaking his head.
Jason begins to pour the berries onto the ground, onto a flat part of the ground.
I need you to roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
While Jason's doing this, can the rest sneak by?
Okay, hold on. He can still fail this. It's a fucking tie. I didn't need you to roll that again.
Oh shit.
$18.
He slowly but surely approaches you, watching your every move as best as he can. And he leans down and he sniffs the berries. Okay, I now need you to make an animal handling check.
Alright. Wish me luck, everybody.
Oh boy.
Fuck you.
Damn. Yeah,
Not
it
when
does.
talking
But
about
for
breaking
stage
my
performances.
shins.
To be fair, the creature is trying to break his shins, so... Can Nick just get her meteor hammer out?
Watches you as you motion to try and motion to the berries, and he kind of like does a mock charge. I need you to roll animal handling again.
All right. Please.
What is your luck today? It's like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad.
Lucky but unlucky. He's got my fucking luck today, apparently.
I'm just flipping coins. I'm not rolling the dice. I'm flipping coins.
Apparently.
Okay. He eyes you over before finally leaning down and starting to eat some of the berries. But after eating a couple, he kind of backs off. I need you to roll animal handling again.
Fear not, little one. I am not here to hurt you.
Little one, this thing is like your size, dude.
He's little compared to everything else here.
He's little compared to Ned.
He kind of bleats at you and he kind of moves forward again and eats some more of the berries. He's eaten about half of them at this point, and then he backs off again.
All right.
If you get it on this one, you'll have a Digimoloch.
All right.
Best of luck.
That was almost a nat one on my end again.
Shut up. Shut up.
It was for me too. I can't understand how the dice is today. I can't.
Oh my god.
It's lagging, that's what it's doing.
Jason.
Yes.
You watch as the Digimoloch very visibly relaxes and he bleats quietly before finishing eating the berries. What would you like to name your Digimoloch?
I look to him and I say, your name is Creek.
Creek?
Yes.
That's actually a cute name, sorry. I wasn't expecting
He looks at you and he shakes himself out and he bleats, kind of like in a soft tone, before gently hitting his forehead against yours.
He reciprocates.
He fucking breaks your nose by accident, yeah. No.
The small headbutt.
Congratulations, you have a giant cat.
Knit. Like, slightly bravo. Should we get going?
I need to ownership. There we go. That will get updated in a little bit.
So is this like
As
his actual pet or
This is his son now.
Yes.
so, do you know how I asked all of you if you could have something? What would it be?
yeah? So this is his.
What's-
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Fair enough.
and he has a combat rating of 3.
So now we
Yes.
have Betsy and we have Creek.
Yes. I need to update that.
Do we count Thentos or no?
It's Thentos. Of course he would.
Pentos is just like, why did you stick me with the fish lady who's rude?
Because I
Hey, that's what
enjoy
happens
suffering.
when you're a pirate, okay?
You all continue on your way with Creek following Jason and not really trying to interact with the rest of the group.
He's just walking hand in hand with Attica at this point, heading to the estate.
Attica has reached up with her other hand and taken Blake's hand.
Attica has like 3 parents kind of right now. Well, 4 technically. Although Jack's more like a big brother than a.
V-Dot is the cousin who hates her. I don't hear anything.
Valid.
Or,
I don't hear
Uh,
anything regardless either.
You then eventually find your way to the Lakusai estate.
the game is paused, by the way, Jazz.
I know.
There's no token that gives you visibility in this area.
Oh, one moment.
Whoops.
It is also black and white.
That we have been blindfolded and drugged, it seemed.
I can only see my.
Our luck so far, it's
Oh,
bound to
God.
happen. It's just me.
I always forget about the goddamn lighting. Can you all see now?
There we go.
Yes.
Oh good, how much can we steal from this place, do you think?
Nothing.
You saying you asking that out loud?
If she
I mean,
does,
I'm sure we
we just
could. I
look
didn't say
at
it was a
her.
good idea.
Wow, look at this place. It's huge. Do we not?
A little out of place. Meanwhile, there is a fucking pirate and a guy with skeleton fingers.
And a giant fucking
And
fluffy
a
dragon.
giant bat rat. Yeah.
No, the hell we're not. What are you talking about? What type of adventures do you
walk
think
up to
we've
the
been
door
on
and
for the
say,
last 3 months on a fucking boat on the way here? Don't answer that.
Oh, I forgot about the oven. Holy shit.
Oh no! She forgot about the oven IRL.
No, she's talking about me.
Yeah! Jazz is gonna burn the fucking house. Jazz is gonna burn the fucking house down.
Okay.
Is it a prank when it's just clothing that would probably get worn anyway?
Is it a prank if you want to wear it?
Is it a prank if it makes your butt look good? Fair.
Yes. She really does know how to mess with characters because we love making them do things we don't want them to do, or they don't want to do.
Like we're playing with paper dolls, you know.
Sorry for any noise you hear.
Yeah, I can actually hear noise this time.
DiGiorno.
Bruh.
It got stuck
I'd
on the
kill
wall
for
of the
pizza,
freezer
honestly.
when I pulled it out. Talking to them. My mom's office is right next to the kitchen. It's been so quiet here. Oh. Hey, Jay. Can you pause the recording real quick, if you can?
Uh-oh. I think stopping is essentially the same thing, yeah.
Okay. I don't remember. There should be... If you stop recording, it'll stop the entire recording. Okay. Well, I'll tell y'all later. So you finally find yourself at the estate. The question is, who's going to knock?
I was gonna say Nick already volunteered to walk up to the door and knock.
No. I didn't hear. All right, well, go ahead and knock. Hey, should just pick her up so she can knock on the door?
Wait, pick Attica up?
Smacking her tiny hands against it, yeah.
Just to hold Attica and just like little itty bitty hands go boop boop.
Pick her up, just start. I can't even say it. Oh my god. You pick her up and you just start.
Slamming her into the door? No.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna type it out to Jay. You say it. There you go. You say it.
Like, yeah, just dribble the big.
Bro is straight balling.
Dribble the baby. Don't dribble the goddamn baby. Dribble the baby.
I don't think you can eat solid food. Well, put it in the blender, if you say so.
No, the chili dog, not the baby. I don't know, is it?
Damn.
I fucking hate
can't
OBS
breathe.
sometimes.
This is why I play.
You good, Seika? This pepperoni does not want to come off this pizza.
Give me the pepperoni.
When you start laughing and just can't stop.
Yeah. I would know. I concerned my friends once for laughing for 10 minutes straight. They thought I was going to pass out.
Well, my problem is it depends on the type of laugh I'm doing. Unfortunately, I'm doing the one that like literally stops me from breathing.
Yes, so funny. God, why am I channeling Hosei tonight? Really? Dribble Attica?
Damn it! Oh,
Well, those
That
were
needs to go in. That needs to go into out of context. Just pick her up and start dribbling.
Straight balling, yeah.
I know Attica's horrified at me.
oh.
I know that if something ever happens to Attica, Jose would just be like, well, that's the end of that.
And it's gonna smack him.
And bro really said, oh well, too bad. Bye, Rocco.
Okay.
We have so many out of context going into it now.
Yep.
Okay. So Nit has knocked on the door.
All right. After you knock on the door, you can hear it reverberating throughout the estate. And at first, no one answers. And then you all hear rapid, almost excited footsteps before a tribe of Packy Rhino woman throws open the large doors, and
Oh,
she's just a bit shorter than Tenson, and she goes, "Ah, welcome."
Nit just kind of looks down because like Nit was right at the door. Just kind of looks down. The lady's looking past Nit's legs.
Oh, you must be Pashati Nate. And she tries to look around around you because you're taking up the whole door.
Yeah, Nit just.
Knit.
She steps out and she looks around the rest of you and she goes, we've got what? So here's the thing. Would she know your name, Blake, or would she call you Steve?
Well, he's told the group what his name is.
I'm just gonna call her Blake. Let her call you Blake. We've got Blake, Jason, Jack, Ursula, such a gorgeous name, and little tiny Attica. I see my son isn't with you. That's perfectly all right. I know he doesn't like to come home, but yes, come in. And she goes to head back inside.
Nit turns to Attica. You're right. She proceeds to head in.
He just holds up her hand at you. Pay up.
Go ahead and move your guys' tokens as you follow her in. She leads you
There it
through
goes.
the
It is like
foyer.
legitimately the size of half of the building. So like Nit's
You
kind
had,
of,
yeah, Nate, you kind of got a duck as you head in here.
yeah, like every door I'm ducking through.
Just funks her head on the doorway. Whoops.
Wouldn't surprise me, like at all.
As you all follow her in, you see, and you come out of the foyer, you see a statue of a well-armored many-horn that looks to be similar to the lady in front of you and to Tenson, and she turns to you. Okay. Sorry, Dim messaged me. And she goes, I am Lave Lakusai. I'm Tenson's mother and lady of this estate. I've heard so much about you from my son's letters. I, of course, had to invite you all over and get to know every one of you.
Thank you kindly for having us, Nit says, bowing to the odor.
Oh, think of it as no problem at all, especially not after what you've done for Shattered Frill last night. To think that we've been haunted by a demon all this time. Ooh.
Sadly, they're in a lot more places than we wish they were.
It's a very uncommon thing here in Tarkalia. I believe I've only ever heard stories twice about demonic creatures. But anyway, that is not why you are all here. I have invited you all here so that way I can get to know you, you get to know me, any friends of my son or friends of mine. Which means my home is your home for however long you need it.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
We do appreciate your kindness.
Oh, think nothing of it. As I said, you've done so much for Shattered Frill. When I first heard that you brought poachers into town, I was a little skeptical at first until I happened to see all of you. The three of you I don't quite recognize.
First
Though I
time
have.
for us.
Oh, I don't doubt that. Rarely do our kind leave Tarkalia. Especially with how things have been of late, but that's neither here nor there. Come, sit. Come, follow me, come.
I just love how Knit's like half the size of her house almost. Like every room Knit enters, she became just as big as.
I like how none of us walk through the actual doorway.
Yeah.
Hey, I have
We
two
just
goats that have
face
to
through the
move around.
wall.
Knit's gonna park herself behind one of the couches and just kind of lean on it.
Attica's gonna sit in front of you. Or, well, as best as it can. Gonna get you two out of the. Oh!
So like Knit
Fucking-
just
Oh shit.
sits cross-legged with her arms up on the couch. Basically, or on the backrest of the couch.
So, my son tells me that he's going to be one of your guides through Tarkalia. How do you find Tarkalia so far? I hope the trip hasn't been too distasteful.
I wouldn't call it distasteful at all. I've been having a blast.
It has been quite an adventure so far.
I'm
There's
glad to hear that.
certainly a lot to figure out. Ow, fuck.
I wasn't expecting Tenson to actually call Knit Pasharti in his letters. It's like Knit's name is long.
That comes with Tenson's job as a mercenary for the guild. He'd rather be anything else, but he does perform his duty as it is expected of him. But I am curious what you mean by find things out.
Wait, what?
Oh, you know, general differences in cultures and the places that we've been journeying to so far.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. I guess it's not really something I think about too often. I haven't left Shattered Frill in some time.
You can blame me. Home is always the best.
Yoink.
For some, home is always the best.
Well, you see, my son and I and his father were rather renowned soldiers for the Many Horn militia, I guess you could say, before Shattered Frill's foundation. We were one of the main families, I suppose you could say. And when Shattered Frill finally got settled down and less people wanted to be soldiers, well, my son decided to stay a soldier and continue his legacy, which I do not blame him for. I miss the old days myself. But I have to ask, you wouldn't happen to know anything about those poachers, do you? besides them stealing eggs?
Well, we know nothing of them. We dispatched many of them before we brought I think it was one of them to town.
We were bringing 2, but the other died on us.
Yes.
Yes, I heard you fell into a sinkhole which Citadel helped save you from.
Yes.
News gets around here really fast.
Oh, it definitely would, especially something as momentous as a deity helping the mortals around her. Especially so blatantly.
Fair enough.
Citadel is one of the more active deities that is seen more frequently than others, but she usually stays to her herd. You must be quite the people to attract her attention.
And he just kind of gives a little shrug. No.
We are merely just visitors in your land.
Tenson also mentioned in his letters how you're helping little Attica get home.
Indeed.
Oh, that is so very sweet of you all.
We can't just leave a child. Nit says, patting Attica on her head.
Attica makes a very happy face. Yeah. My words just disappeared in my mouth. Goddamn.
Words hard.
You hate to see it. Oh fuck.
Not to mention, at this point, I consider this little one my niece or sister.
Aww. I think the same about you too. Well, not the niece part, but you know what I mean.
It just gives a little giggle.
Well, she's absolutely adorable. Though I was a little concerned when I read from my son's letters about what she did with one of the poachers. But I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Cressingers definitely do have more of a temper than a Manyhorn ever could.
To be fair, that was mainly because of how much of an asshole.
Oh, I don't
Damn.
blame her, not one little bit.
If she didn't, I was gonna take his legs again anyway.
While Manyhorn value I guess I should say used to. Manyhorn used to value the glory in a fight. Crest have an extremely strong sense of justice. I would know, I've fought plenty of them.
A lot of the teachings at my temple do not condone wasting or taking life when not needed. So I can understand.
Oh, hello.
The people of your temple may not enjoy Tarkalia's history then. It is very, very bloody.
No, I can understand that, and it's not necessarily that we don't condone war or anything. It's more so when there isn't a justification for it. Like, other than money, that's not really worth giving up life for. If somebody has different values for you, that can be considered noble, is protecting your own values. But I just don't see the waste. Because even in war, you still cherish those who have died, and you try to make sure that they have a quick death if possible.
I suppose I understand what you're saying. Then I would most likely advise avoiding the history of the Death Jaws. Or, Worse, the blood jaws. Ursula.
To be fair,
She's gonna very
like perk up.
carefully not try to seem too interested in that.
To be fair, different species
Typing,
have
hello.
different values. I respect that.
What do you say, Zeka?
To be fair, different species have different values. I respect that, and I understand a lot of history is bloody. So there's not much we can do about it. It's just when I can help, and when I see something is wrong, I'm going to act on it. That's my opinion and my stance. Everybody's free for
Well,
their own.
then perhaps I should indeed warn you about the blood jaws. The death jaws you don't really have to worry about anymore, though they still have that ferocious temper. Blood jaws simply cannot be reasoned with. They tend to live in large communities, and sometimes they'll raid the lands, the coastline, for essentially to kill as many as possible.
There are races like that.
Ursula's just staring, unblinking at the table in front of her.
Jason leans forward. Perhaps there is more reason to their rampage than we know.
Oh, I know why they commit their rampage. Bloodjaws do not live for very long. 10 years, possibly at most. And because they live such short lives, they decide to live it through battle. And though I cannot blame them, their methods are simply senseless.
Wouldn't it be more honorable if they put out challenges
Fair.
instead of just slaughtering needlessly?
Bloodjaws have no sense of honor. I can't do the accent for some fucking reason.
You're fine. Oh, have you encountered bloodjaws before?
You could say that they've leave a lasting memory.
I do not doubt that. I've heard the
Speaking
stories.
through her clenched teeth, yeah.
Nick's just gonna like gently pat Ursula on the shoulder. Like, okay. You're not alone no more. You're good. I'm here if you need me, basically.
It takes everything within Ursula to not immediately jerk away from Knit's touch.
Because you know knit means well.
You know what, Ursula? I need you to give me a
Oh god.
Fun, knit's gonna get
performance check.
flanked.
I almost clicked perception. At normal.
Mm-hmm.
If I roll low.
What the
fuck? Finally, we've made up for my first roll of the session.
There you go.
What the fuck?
What is that? The fifth one?
Everybody's just hot and cold today. That's just it.
Is this what happens when I DM? Is it me?
Maybe.
I don't doubt it.
Am I the problem? No.
Because, like, if you... Jay and Sega can attest for this. For when we play D&D. Fucking my rolls. There's, like, the... The jazz roll exists because of me. Because of how... because of my rolls.
Yep, can confirm.
Yeah.
And now, because I'm DM, it's spread to all of you.
It was only a matter of time.
Well, you successfully keep yourself from jerking away from Knit.
I successfully keep my cool, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you were subject to their mayhem.
So am I.
Knit had only like just patted Ursula a couple times on the shoulder and knew she didn't want to be touched more than that, so she just goes back to leaning against the back of the couch.
However, and you see her take a step to this bookshelf over here, and she searches for a moment, and she pulls out a book, and she sets it on the table.
Nick, you
It's
are straight up at the book.
it's a book with a it's a leather book, and etched into the leather is the jaws of a shark, like the actual skeletal jaws of a shark. This is a book on the biology of blood jaws and their counterparts, though I cannot attest to one certain counterpart. I've heard they're quite rare, and I believe one has only ever been seen once, so they're not that well known.
Ursula's just staring really, really hard at her and also the book.
Can Nick reach over and grab the book and start flipping through it?
You certainly can.
I
Sorry,
bite at her hand. No.
knowledge.
If it will help you on your journeys, especially if you encounter bloodjaws, which I have no doubt you will if you are heading up north, then this should be of some use to you. And then, as you grab the book and you start flipping through it, you see depictions of basically a more ferocious kind of Lakatha. Mostly variants of sharks, great whites, tiger sharks, hammerheads. And then as you get towards the back, you come upon a chapter that's described as Old Jaw.
It's exactly like Hiccup flipping through the Dragon Manual.
Yeah.
Can I help
Actually,
you,
it is.
Storm?
So
And
we
as you-
are free to borrow this, yes? And it
Yes,
says pointing down at the book.
I have no use for it, and you most certainly will.
Sir, do you mind?
And it then takes her crate off her back and tucks it into the crate. I'm imagining Ursula just watching it as she's doing it.
She's gonna remember exactly where you put that book if she needs to.
It's not going to be hard.
God.
It actually like has it fully categorized and everything. She's very.
But I have to say, and you see her kind of sit down in her chair. Then she leans forward, putting her head on top of her hands. And she's looking at Jason and Ursula, and then I'm very curious to hear about where you've come from.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to know?
Well,
At which
pretty
point,
much.
Nick takes out a large world map, like not just Tarkalia, but like the full world. Places it
La-
on the coffee table.
Lave is like
Bonk.
stopped dead in her tracks as she looks at the map, and she goes, "Wow, this is everywhere else."
Everywhere else that has been cataloged so far.
I'm gonna give y'all a 10-minute break. So if you need to go grab something to eat or drink, go ahead and do that.
I find that ironic because I'm eating a sandwich right now.
Yeah, speaking of sandwiches, time to get my own Sandy.
My pizza's about
Storm.
to come out of the oven, and I'm hungry as a
Hello?
motherfucker.
Ow, why does my heel hurt?
I can share this with the rest of you.
Oh god.
Trying to design Jason's mask. Trying to figure out.
That actually looks
Jesus.
roughly like what I was sketching earlier.
Yeah. I got a couple different things we can do for the top. But the bottom is.
To be
I
frank,
see.
for the top, I was thinking of just having spell seal over the eyes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's not something we can do in
Ow!
Hero Forge.
Yeah,
That
that one looks good. I like that one quite a bit.
That one looks weird. I look like the Green Goblin.
It does. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that actually fits for the idea.
What's the matter?
Yeah, I'll go with that. My question is, which of these bottom masks do I like the most?
Personally, I like that one.
Kinda
If you
like
could
that.
change the color of it, it would be pretty dope.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Color. Paints. That kind of works.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a little too flesh toned. If we have it match up with the cloth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yellowy? Kinda. Nah.
I was gonna say like a dark rusty red.
Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh. That kind of works.
Yeah, I like how that looks.
Mm,
Dark
too
rusty
bright.
red, and if you can make the teeth a gold, that would be cool.
That works better.
Yeah. It also suits the rest of his outfit.
Yeah.
What color's Jason's magic?
Purplish.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, purple and green is like what it is. That changing that to gold would have been cool.
I'm currently in the kitchen.
This little piece right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Gold
There it is.
shirt. Gold gun.
No, I feel that suits him very well.
Yeah. I like that. Quickly save over it.
Okay, I'm back. Pizza.
Hello.
Dark is currently still in the kitchen.
Now for Mr. Etcher. Let's have a look at you. Sure.
The little
the
gentle
eyes.
bird.
Bovine. Perfect.
What
Completely
level are we
seamless.
again? 5, right?
I think we're 4, if I remember correctly.
We'll figure it out one day. I hear Discord notification noises.
Yeah.
I've got the list. Give me that shit.
I changed the ring.
I don't eat tomatoes, so the best we're getting is lettuce.
Oh yeah, I had to do weird shit with the hands because For some reason, the ones in this didn't have a bird option.
I really want to fight Deb again. Sorry, another D&D character. Never got to play far with her. But she's one of my most fleshed out ones, I think.
I have a few characters on standby.
I would have definitely gone with Dev if it weren't like a sanctuary. If Tercalia wasn't like a sanctuary. Because the big issue with Dev is her prosthetics are a species of vine.
Yeah, you're going to introduce an invasive species to
Yeah,
this isolated island.
Basically. So it was like, dang. Oh, what can I
Listen,
do now?
we just got a whole mess of characters. Such is the
Indeed.
way with every party.
Indeed.
Actually, maybe I should
Some of them
use
make
that.
sense, and the rest of us are just fucking insane.
It's just knowledge.
And also, we have a ghost now.
We're gonna get more ghosts too.
No, we certainly are.
Mm,
Foreshadowing. I hear Jess's little chuckle in the background.
That kind of looks freaky as fuck, not gonna lie.
That looks so fucking stupid.
It kind of
One
looks
man's
cool,
stupid is
but at the
another
same
man's
time,
nightmare.
Oh,
That wasn't even me. That was my stand. Centos!
Literally. I'm gonna draw them in JoJo poses.
Oh, you totally should.
Ugh. She bullies him, but only sometimes. It's fine.
If anyone else tries to bully him, it's their head.
Yeah, literally. Right there. Holes in this bag of meat. That's about all the context you're going to get. I'm just making a sandwich or two.
maybe. I don't like that.
Knife in the sink.
I don't like anything could beat the original though.
Second sandwich combined.
I might change this color. Perfect.
We don't have any soda, so I'm probably going to get some milk to drink. Just some plain white milk because we don't have any chocolate syrup. The fact that I'm essentially 2 rooms away and you guys can still hear me mostly is impressive.
Definitely crackling.
I think you can hear me. Can I be heard?
We can hear you.
I couldn't answer
Okay.
because I'm a mouthful.
It's like the other headset doesn't do this. Milk.
I think this is perfect.
I'm done making my sandwich. I just got to get back to my neck hurts. I forgot a straw, but it's okay. I have other straws. There we go. Ugh. Ow. Okay, there we go. I don't know why my neck hurts so bad. Okay. Oh god. Milk and turkey. Totally normal. Ah yes, hello, bootleg Percy.
Fuck you just say? You talking shit?
Actually, I'm not gonna leave the call. I'm just gonna leave the stream. I could watch it very briefly. So for now, I will go back to watching Enthomina. Totally gonna be loud as shit.
What are your hand doing, bud? Did I fuck up the pose? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I can just not save. Don't save. There we go.
I love having ad blockers on YouTube.
Fair enough.
Especially because, like, they're coming out with essentially Ultimate YouTube Premium, which means that they're putting ads on regular YouTube Premium to make people who are already paying for YouTube Premium pay for the new Ultimate YouTube Premium.
God.
I'm just gonna use ad blocker. Fuck you.
Exactly.
You cannot stop me. I will always find a way.
Oh, it looks stupid. Does he have a... Huh. Why are there two of these? Weird. How you holding on to a ribbon, dude?
There we go.
What the fuck is this? Oh, perfect. Perfect weapon for Gray in nature. It's perfect. I can hold it with 2 hands. He's ready for
yes,
action.
dual wielding.
I am
even
here.
better.
I am alive.
Oh, there she
Are you
is.
sure?
I stated to let me know because I was away from my computer and my phone would not get notifications.
Hmm.
That's why I had messaged to let me know when y'all were ready to go.
Gotcha. Well, 10 minutes are up. So, where is Brandy ready?
Brandy has
Okay, my
been
Wi-Fi is getting weird again.
partially out of this because she's entertaining guest.
So we do it live.
I'll do it live. Fuck it.
She's given me
We do it without
instructions
her.
that I control her character.
Okay.
So we
Well-
will have to do it without her regardless. Unfortunate, but sometimes it happens. Okay, I cannot tell if anyone's talking because
We're
my
not.
Wi-Fi
Hold
is
on.
also being weird. Okay.
We have not started talking.
Just waiting for everyone to get situated.
Okay. So, everyone's ready to continue.
Yep.
We probably won't be going for that much longer because it is almost 10 o'clock.
Look it up.
Lave is looking at the map. She goes, to think our world is so big.
There's even more out there. This is only a map of this specific side of the world.
Ursula points at the map, not to mention it's only a map of land masses.
Not of ocean.
Knit points to the sea chart and shows that it's like very accurate. Like it's a full accurate map of everything.
How was I supposed to know? Ah, shit.
You're supposed to be smart.
Well, you do
Temple
now.
of knowledge. Sorry. It's just like it has all the sea areas too, including the reefs and everything. Just because knit. Of course, Knit's gonna carry around the most intricate fucking map she can.
Well, that
She doesn't know about the
reminds me.
underwater civilizations.
They're marked. She doesn't know the exact position, but they are marked
Ahem.
down.
Jazz
The
is trying to
general
talk.
area. Oh, Sorry.
Ow.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm
You're saying something about
sorry.
Damn.
that reminds me.
Oh yes, that reminds me. I heard you caused quite a stir in the marketplace, Nate.
That kind of gives out. Wait, what?
Damn it.
I think she means your fur. Did I say that right?
Oh, yeah, when they almost wanted to skin me.
It's just
I don't
casually,
think-
yeah, they wanted to have me flayed.
I don't think they wanted to skin you, my dear.
Certainly seemed like it.
The
To be
merchants
fair,
can just
Lumelink
be
have
enthusiastic about exotic fur. But they're not enthusiastic enough to skin or kill an animal that has that exotic fur if they don't know when they'll see it again.
fair enough, but Lumelink pelts do go well in some areas. And it says kind of clenching her teeth together.
Well, you have nothing to fear. At least no one in Shadowville. I can't speak for anyone outside.
But we do shed when the climate gets colder or hotter, so
Yes,
if
I
it's just a
heard.
fur
You
they
made a
want.
deal with the Merchants Guild about
I
sending
just gave
over.
them the address to my temple. We have several Lumeling there, and we don't really use our excess shed. Like, the only time we use it is for bedding.
Well, they will definitely pay handsomely for it.
There we go.
More money means more books we can get at the temple, so
Money, money, money.
we're not super
Yeah, with
greedy or
that.
anything. It's just knowledge is our doctrine, our god, if you say.
Then I would suggest visiting every library you visit when you visit a new village or town.
I'm going to be staying here for quite some time, so I can guarantee you I will hit up every library, as well as find every book I can. Nick just like affirms very. Hence the reason her crate it barely has anything in it yet. Her main goal currently is to help Attica. That's her main goal right now.
Everything else is secondary.
At the moment, yes. Though admittedly she will get distracted by knowledge.
You should have seen her when she first got here. She was distracted by like all the plants.
Ursula just snorts.
I'm trying my best not to eat because I have to keep an eye on you, little one. She pats Attica's head.
Well, yeah, but there's also like 8 of you. So you've got 16 pairs of eyes. Keep on me.
I
Uh,
don't know
Get her
how
ass.
Actually make that 12. Because VDOT doesn't like me and Hosai really doesn't like me.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm keeping an eye on you. I swear to God that lizard is going to eat you. That's a chance.
That is a
Wow.
broad spectrum.
Hosai, that's not a name I've heard in a while, not even in Tenson's notes. Has he been with you?
Yes, he's been traveling with us.
How strange. I suppose he's out on a job. And it's just getting along for the ride.
You were curious where some of us are from, yes?
Oh, yes.
Nate takes the pipe out of her mouth and points to Whistle Peaks. My temple is there.
Oh, that's some distance.
It's also way up in the clouds.
We have a mountain like that here in Tarkalia. Though it's up in the Cressinger territory.
Maybe you can show it to me at some point, Attica.
Yeah, probably.
There we go.
I also noticed that you had a certain Stygimoloch following you. Yet he wasn't trying to break your shins.
Yes.
Jason made friends with him.
Yes, me and him came to an agreement.
He has a son now, yeah.
That is quite shocking. That Stygimoloch has been here
That would be
for
nice, yeah.
17 years now.
I can't believe bro adopted a grown-ass man.
Yeah, right before he aged out.
Yeah.
Why else first?
He has broken quite a few legs. And anything else he could reach.
When I first met him, he did attempt to do the same to me. But it's surprising what a bag full of berries can do.
Yeah, yes, the start of a beautiful friendship. One tries to kill the other.
Isn't that how
Foreshadowing.
Yeah,
friendships with
Creek
animals
broke its-
usually go?
Creek broke a fence post in half. I don't doubt that. He once broke a Tricera's horn clean off. He was bending down to gather some of the berries, and, well, he didn't recognize him, and there it went.
Tends to be common with creatures who don't have the best of eyesight.
Oh, especially not for Stygimolochs.
Or a rhino, or several species of goats. There's a lot of other species of creatures out there. Not my
What is
first
a
time seeing
rhino?
one.
It
Nick
is a
pulls
creature
out
with a mind.
a book
Oh boy,
And-
here we go.
starts flipping through and holds out a picture of a rhino.
What a strange looking creature.
Looks exactly like that creature.
Not gonna lie, kind of what Nick thought. Minus the frill. And what Nick thought about all of them anyway.
Then what is a goat?
Oh,
A normal. Oh,
but there are many species of goats.
Wait, what was the last
Wait,
thing
what?
you said?
I missed that. What?
What did I miss?
I swear to God, I thought Jay was going to say a normal goat in response to Levy. To Levy.
What did she ask?
She said, "What is a goat?" And Jay almost responded, "It's a normal goat."
I don't actually do this, but the first thing that came to my mind was to point towards Ursula.
Damn. Why am I a goat?
There are many species of goats.
You're an older
The
goat.
one I'm most familiar with, Nick flips through and
I'm
finds the
28.
white goat and shows it. Very fluffy, much like her.
How very curious.
What the fuck is this bunny?
They are herbivore
Zero
species.
context,
and are
sorry.
very good at climbing. They could climb straight walls, I swear.
Doesn't sound too unlike an Archaeopteryx.
Sorry.
Well,
Well,
the
except
four-legged. It's the confusing thing. And they also have hooves.
hooves. Like a Cressinger.
Nick looks at Attica's little feet. Kind of, only much more solid.
Well,
Like they are
yeah.
just pure.
On hadrosaurs, Crestingers have it split into fingers, but hadrosaurs don't.
Basically, just walking on toenails. There are a lot of fascinating creatures in the world. Part of the reason I was so excited to come to Tarkavia once it opened.
Yes. There was quite a bit of controversy about that.
My temple is one of the go-to places for establishing and learning about everything.
Well, Tarkalians are naturally paranoid and suspicious, I guess you could say, especially among the herbivore kind.
Well, most herbivorous creatures have to be.
Especially here.
It snaps her book shut and tucks it back in the crate. Well, that's where I'm from.
For my corn? Not salt and pepper.
Go ahead, Jason.
No.
Jason straightens up a bit. If I may ask, ma'am, why did you call us here?
Well, I suppose it wasn't just to get to know you all, though I am happy to.
As am I.
But there's been a issue that needs to be addressed, and well, it should not be left to Shattered Frill to address.
Oh, this is serious then. No, I don't say that in character.
So you need an outside hand to help.
Yes.
And
As much as the many Horn of Shattered Field don't like to admit it, many of us are not combat equipped anymore. Definitely not anymore.
Well, if I'm correct, you guys went from combat to merchant. So that makes sense.
Well, we kinda had to. We had nothing to fight after our disappointing draw against the Crest Singers so many years ago. But that is not what I'm talking to speak about. What I'm speaking about is that there is, well, there is an Allosaurus that has been stalking our pastures.
And you haven't managed to scare it off.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, we want to scare it. We want it dead.
Knit asked if they haven't managed to scare it off yet.
No. And we'd rather not kill it as to not possibly disturb Citadel. Although Citadel has her herd and she protects it, any creature within her territory is considered under protection, for better or for worse. So, this Allosaurus cannot be killed, it must be scared off. But it learns. It's been scared off several times and nothing ever works twice.
Maybe Jason can talk to it.
my magic does allow me to speak with animals. Though, if this creature is a bit more carnivorous than anything else, It may be attacking for the sake of survival.
That is entirely possible. But it's also extremely unlikely for it to be so. Oh, how do I say this? Something has definitely caused this behavior, and it's not. And it may be of survival, but something has pushed it to this point to go to attacking our pastures. Large carnivorous dinosaurs do not strive so close to Shattered Krill, mostly out of respect for the Citadel. It must be desperation, but I would like to know why.
I'm fine with the research. It says her tail slightly wagging.
And under any circumstance, you are not to kill this Allosaurus.
Wouldn't dream of it
I
unless it
understand.
actually gave us a reason. Even then, if the thing's scared, it's justified in its actions. It's a matter of us finding out why it's scared.
Given the opportunity, I would be glad to attempt to speak to it.
Want more beans? Sure.
Just be careful. An Allosaurus is an apex predator of its region. It is no T Rex, but its speed and bleed makes up for it entirely.
Fair.
I understand. It will be the utmost. We will have the utmost care in dealing with this.
Good. I am glad to hear it. And that is where we'll end the session.
All right.
Can I just state, I bit into beans Brandy had on her plate and gave to me, and what is the first thing I taste is fucking salt.
What the fuck?
Do I taste bean or cheese? No. Salt.
Just self.
What is she, British?
British language
She's
is salt. What the
Irish,
fuck
she
you talking
just
about?
said.
Oh,
They are not the same thing. I'm not
she
following.